Thank y'all for tuning back in to your favorite channel. Pelican Bay K9's giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Man, y'all hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead. You're missing out. You're missing out. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. Hit it now or you can hit it later. Don't forget to drop down in them comments. Big salute to all the brothers and sisters down in the chat. Big salute to the brothers and sisters that's watching this video from afar. And big salute to all the dog lovers from one side of the country to the other side of the world. PBK9's Dog Talk and Dog News, about to give it to you today. You know, I got a little bit of news and, you know, some dog talk as well. So we're going to jump straight off in it. I want to send a big shout out to all the dog channels and a special thanks to all the dog channels doing the right things with these dogs, with their platforms, trying to basically make a better path for the breed. You know what I'm saying? Make a better path for the breed. But I got some questions I'm gonna jump straight off in. One brother was asking how long the schooler dog back in them days, you know? How long the schooler dog back in them days on his last schooling, you know? How long the schooler dog on his last schooling back in them days? And, you know, everybody different. Everybody different. But back in, you know, mid-90s or something like that, what I would have did, my last schooling would have been, you know, there's no time limit on that. I may would have picked them up if it would have start going like a nice hour or something like that, or hour and a half, or, you know, that last schooling for me, I wasn't gonna pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know that I'm going into this next show with confidence. You know what I'm saying? That last schooling, if he can't make that schooling stop, then we don't need to be going to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So the last schooling, to me, only makes sense to be the full thing. You know, back in them days, it only made sense to not pick them up. Because if you pick them up on your last schooling, how can you be totally confident when you're going into your show? You see, it's all about confidence, building your confidence in your dog, building his confidence up as well. You know what I'm saying? But the last schooling, this is my opinion, the last schooling got to be the whole show. It can't be 15 minutes. It can't be 5 minutes. You know, it can be. But we talking about when you want to step into something back in them days with total confidence. You couldn't step into something with total confidence if you only seen 15 minutes out of them, 20 minutes out of them. You had to, at some point during the schooling you was doing, you had to see the whole distance in him. You had to see what he would do when it got down to the got down. You know what I'm saying? You just had to see it. There was no way to go to the next level without seeing what he would do on the backside, you know, on the ending side. So my answer to that would be, it ain't no time limit on the last schooling. You know what I'm saying? Unless you start talking about the 2 and 3 hour mark, then, you know, of course you could pick him up. You ain't want to destroy him or nothing like that back then. You know, you would pick him up. You know, especially if that's a schooling and you ain't doing it for nothing really. But not no damn 15 minutes, not no 30 minutes or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, that's why I say everybody got their own way they do it. Some people just bam, 15, 15, 15, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, and then jump straight off on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Give them a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Then they jump straight off on the porch, you know? But like I said, there's no real way to say, you know, it needs to be done like this. Everybody have their own way of doing it. Some people's own work for them, some people's own don't. You know? Let me move on to the next question. Oh, I want to say this. Before I get into that. If you talking about rolling dogs in modern day time, you don't got no place on this show. You know what I'm saying? What we can't help is when a lot of folk don't got stories and we try to look out or help folk bring stories and seem like they got stories. On my channel, if you're not talking about stuff from back in the days, I can care less what you're doing in modern day times if it's not nothing positive. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing something positive with the dogs, yeah, you can talk on my channel 24/7. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't doing that positive and you're talking about a bunch of stuff that ain't real, you have no place on my channel. That's for anybody. You know what I'm saying? I never got or never asked anybody to do an interview or anything like that talking about anything from modern day times, you know? And I refuse to do it. And I refuse to have anybody on my channel talking about any type of rolling for modern day time. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I just said it like that, and I'm gonna keep this thing rolling. I want to drop this video right here because it's a two-part video. It's a two-part video. We got 3 police shot in D.C. after serving a warrant for animal cruelty. You know, after serving a warrant for animal cruelty. And they said, no, they was dog fighting dogs. You know what I'm saying? Saying they was dog fighting dogs. We got a 2-part now. Don't forget I told you this is a 2-part video. We got the first part, when they first made the raid, 3 officers shot, man arrested, dog seized. Let's get into it.
Several breaking news stories at 11 o'clock tonight. We have just learned that dozens of dogs were found inside a Southeast D.C. home shortly after the man accused of shooting 3 police officers surrendered tonight. Plus 3 people are found dead inside a home in Northeast. 7 News is on your side tonight with live team coverage, including our Christian Flores. We're going to start, though, with Liana Golden. She's in Northeast, where police are providing an update on both breaking situations.
Well, what a day it has been here, Scott, and it appears that it is not over yet. For more than 12 hours at that scene in Southeast to where we are now here in Northeast. We're along J Street here at an apartment complex where detectives and officers have slowly but steadily been going in and out of this complex here since about 8 p.m. Here is what we know so far. D.C. police posting to X there was a shooting at this location here, and the assistant police chief providing us that update, telling us this came in as a welfare check from a concerned citizen. Officers found the door ajar, and when they went inside, 3 people were found dead, a man and 2 women. The assistant chief says it appears this took place inside the apartment, so currently no threat to the community here, but detectives, of course, are still working to locate any possible suspects on this case. So how about that other developing situation we have been following all day long here? Nearly 15 hours later, that barricaded gunman in a Southeast home who shot 3 D.C. police officers has been taken into custody. A 4th officer was injured, though not by gunfire. Tonight, we are learning the suspect is 46-year-old Julius James of Southeast D.C. He was arrested and charged with cruelty to animals. 31 dogs were removed by officers. The Humane Rescue Alliance tells us we're told 20 adult dogs and 11 puppies. The dogs now at a secure location, according to the Rescue Alliance, and they will receive further care. Now, we heard from D.C. Police Chief Pamela Smith earlier tonight, and when asked about those animal cruelty charges, she reminded the community of the severity of today's events.
I don't want it to be lost on anyone today that we've had 3 officers who were shot by the Metropolitan Police Department. 3 of our officers were shot today, serving an arrest warrant on someone who was cruel to animals. The same type of response that we provide for our officers, we have that same care for animals as well. But I don't want it to be lost on anyone today that the reason why we are here right now is because 3 of our officers have been shot.
Unfortunately, the chief says that all 4 officers are expected to recover and are in stable condition tonight. Now, of course, still both developing situations here in Northeast and in Southeast. Stick with us for the very latest. For now, live, I'm Liana Golden, 7 News.
Now, we're going to jump into the next video, which I said this is a 2-part video. But the reason I said this is 2-part because they came back up a couple days later and they said that the Animal Control or the Humane Society, whoever took the dogs, said that they are certain these dogs were not used for dog fighting. So the first article we had, they were saying about dog fighting. Now the second, article we got, the Humane Society or whoever, like I said, the shelter that took the actual dogs, is saying they are certain these dogs were not used for dog fighting. Now let's get into that video, the second part of it. DC officers shot, dog fighting or dog cruelty warrant. Check it out.
Is accused of shooting 3 police officers after they tried to serve him a warrant for animal cruelty.
And inside that home, 31 dogs were removed. 7 News' Jay Korf joins us live outside the Humane Rescue Alliance in Northwest with an update on those animals. Jay?
Yeah, good evening, Michelle and Scott. Twofold in terms of encouraging news. First off, we confirmed with the folks here at the Humane Rescue Alliance that those dogs, mainly American bullies, were not involved in an organized dogfighting ring. And that's wonderful news because they'll be able to be rehabbed typically a little quicker, so with the potential of being adopted. And the other great news is that they're all in stable condition. A spokesperson for the Humane Rescue Alliance tells 7 News on Your Side the 31 dogs, 20 adults, 11 puppies, are in stable condition, none euthanized, and each getting individualized care. Several requiring more extensive medical treatment, though, due to injuries sustained after the dogs started fighting with each other due to how they were housed.
They are not the problem. They are the victim. And, the notion is not to re-victimize them and to give them a chance at a complete life.
Wayne Pacelli founded Animal Wellness Action, an organization that works to toughen animal cruelty laws.
We promote legal standards against animal cruelty and then seek to enforce those legal standards. And that leads us into realms of dogfighting, cockfighting, and other abuses of animals.
Thankfully, the Humane Rescue Alliance says these particular animals were not involved in organized fighting, so now they're being assessed, and in the coming days and weeks, their caregivers will determine how to proceed in terms of adoption options.
It certainly involves, really important behavioral work with the dogs and lots of love and lots of attention. The dogs are the victims here.
And due to the sensitive nature of this case and the number of dogs physically, we are told that, well, first off, we don't have access to them. We haven't seen any pictures of them, and we haven't permitted to be in their space yet, that they're in a secure off-site facility being cared for individually. And but the other great thing is that if they do get adopted, I'm sure they'll be adopted fairly quickly. And if you would like a dog right now, you can certainly get one here. There are many, many dogs here that would love a forever home. Reporting live in Northwest, I'm Jay Korf for 7 News.
Now, it's going down up there, but we're going to move this thing on, man. I hope everybody having a great day. It's your boy, PBK9's giving it to you fair and uncut, raw and unbiased, like I always do. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Let's go, puppy. All right. I'm just bringing one of my dogs out so you can check him out. One of the studs, JD Ho. Good boy. Great puppy. Good puppy. Good puppy. It's right, JD Ho. Let's go, boy. Good boy. One of my studs on the yard. JD Ho, double bred grand champion Ho. At fat, he was about 67 pounds. Right now, he's in the high 50s. Ain't right, JD? Let's go play. Like I said, man, all I can worry about is my studs, my dogs. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to breed to them, don't breed to them. That's simple as that. Nobody's making nobody breed to these dogs. All we can do is try to put the best animals out, for the public. The best temperament animals, the best animals when it comes to kids. For my brothers that's doing protection work. Great animals for the protection work. Great structured animals. Ain't it right, boy? Good boy, JD. Stand for him, boy. JD ain't used to that, ain't it, puppy? Let's do it, puppy. Boy. But like I said, this JD Ho, naturally fat. He's about 60, 65 to 70 pounds. All pit bull, straight pit bull, you know. For the brothers that like to say pit bulls don't come that size, all pit bull. I just took care of him all his life. He come off of a line of dogs that's a line of big dogs, so I would expect for him to be big. You know what I'm saying? Barracuda, Mayday, Boomer, Red Boy. So if we talking about 30-some pound dogs, you know, I wouldn't expect for him to come out small. But yeah, this is JD Hogg, the one everybody be hating. There's no use to hate JD Hogg, man. JD Hogg gonna be JD Hogg. Appreciate my folk that rock with me on my videos. I know I ain't been dropping over the past week or so, or a few days, you know. Got some personal things I gotta handle on my end. But yeah, man, I'm gonna bring my other stud out, Fletcher. I'm gonna bring him out, cause we about to make all the dogs famous, man. We gonna make all the dogs famous, and we just gonna worry about what we rocking with. Shout out to City Boy Kennels, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my folk Marcel Shepherd up there, you know? Shout out to my folk on this side that's rocking with the Bay, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep that thing rolling, man. Keep that thing rolling. So y'all stay tuned. You know I'm about to bring Fletcher out, and then I'm probably bring the pups out, let y'all check the pups out and see their progress as well. PB Canines. Good boy, GD. We're gonna jump back into a question. One brother asked, when in the show back in the days, how do you know when to pick up? You know, because 3 to 5 minutes can mean a dog living or a dog, you know, passed away. You know, what signs to look for, he said, especially when you got a dead game dog. You know, so basically he's saying when to pick up, because, you know, a couple minutes can mean you don't take your dog home or not. So I'm gonna start it off like this. All right, when to pick up. When to pick up. First thing you gotta ask yourself is how much time you got in on that dog. You know what I'm saying? If you got 2 shows in on that dog, and I got 15 shows in on mine, you ain't gonna know when to pick up compared to when I'm gonna know when to pick up. You know, because I done seen my dog in a whole lot of different situations. It's all about seeing your dog in situations. That's what it's all about. See, the pickup game, I can't tell you to pick your dog up this time, you know, back in the days. I can't tell you, say, oh, this is a certain time to pick up. Because you might know, you see, that's when you see brothers like, they trying to stretch it. You know what I'm saying? Because certain brothers, not all of them, because some of them brothers just don't want to give up their money. You know, some of them not even real dog men. They gamblers and bettors, and they want the dogs to stay down. You know, but the brothers who are the dog men, who try to stretch it that extra, it's because they done seen a whole lot out of that dog. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna stretch it like that if they didn't see that and know that dog is capable of coming back or capable of getting to the point where they need them to be at. You know what I'm saying? When to pick one up. It's gonna go back down to what this dog means to you. What is his purpose on your yard? It's gonna boil down to a whole bunch of different things outside of just the dog himself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what that dog mean to you? If you know, if you using him for studs, or you know, it just depends on what that dog mean to your yard. You know, and how much, and it's really gonna go down to how much you seen out of that dog. You know, because that's the part of the dog game, being right there to the point where he might be in that range of that 3 to 5 minutes where he might not make it back. He might be reached to that point of no return. You know what I'm saying? Some dog men are willing to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? It just depends, man. How much you seen out of that dog. Don't be stupid with yourself. Just because your dog is going, you see whether or not he really got a chance or not. You know what I'm saying? If he's not even tiring the other dog out, whether he's going or not, he's not even tiring the dog out, then you can kind of look at certain things. You know, punishment-wise, if he's not stopping, the dog will steady put punishment to him. How much punishment was he really putting if he's not stopping? Because see, a lot of brothers, they don't hear this. They hear it, but it goes in one ear and out the other. While y'all go 15, 20 years looking for mouth, screaming about mouth, you're looking for something that only lasts for 15 minutes. You're looking for something that only lasts 10 to 15 minutes. After that, that shit is gone, what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? But you won't understand that. And then when I say this, I don't mean, oh, this dog don't be biting at 30, 45 hour or whatever. Listen, man, that mouth that y'all talking about, that shit is gone in 15 minutes. And like some brothers say, shaking, digging is not mouth. Pressure is mouth. You know what I'm saying? Pressure, how much pressure this dog is putting down compared to how it was at the beginning of the show. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have to shake, but when he put pressure down on a certain area, it showed. But now he's shaking. He ain't got the same mouth he got, so it ain't putting no wounds there. You know what I'm saying? That's when you start getting to the point where you see your dogs, two dogs going for 2 hours, and neither one of them putting wounds on them back then. You know, both of them going, both of them doing their thing, they going back and forth, but it seems like they ain't getting no wounds. That ain't gonna happen in no hour mark. That's gonna happen way before an hour. You know what I'm saying? So while y'all pressed on mouth back then, a lot of brothers was pressed on game. But as far as picking them up, man, you know, every dog gonna be different. Every dog and his owner as a pair is gonna be different. That's why I said about knowing your dog inside out. You know, I knew Bo when it came down to it. I knew Bo inside out. So I knew when to pick him up. You know what I'm saying? When I could talk to this brother and talk him out of his game because I wasn't worrying about picking up no time soon. And then, you know, when you see your dog in certain situations, you know, in order for you to not pick him up because you get scared or you thinking, oh, he can't last. But see, if you would have seen a lot more out of him, you would know. You know, you're never gonna be able to make them type of decisions when you got one or two schoolings out, 3 schoolings out, 5-10 minute schoolings, and you know you don't really got too much in that dog back then, and to put all your confidence in him. You know, if you can't just pull all the money out, cash money in your pocket, and put it on them back then you gotta step it up with them. You know, I'm not talking about breaking the bank on it. I'm just talking whatever you had in your pocket. If you just couldn't go bet on them right then, everything, you know what I'm saying, then you gotta step it up with them. You know, and like I said, every dog is different. Every dog man is different. Every dog man eye is different. You know, no matter how good your dog is, the dog man is gonna make the difference in when he pick up and when he don't. Some brothers see certain things, some brothers don't. It ain't nothing I can really say right here on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It was the fact that you had to look at your dog, know your dog, look at his eyes, see when he can still take more. You know what I'm saying? See what he giving, see how he breathing. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff would have mattered before you pick up. You know what I'm saying? When you got a dog that you've seen a lot out of. You know, when you got a dog you've seen a lot out of. Now, that's why I was telling y'all brothers about the Toby dog. You know, the Toby dog that's supposed to be that out-hunted the Conway dog. The dog named Conway. You know, that's why I was telling y'all about that. And see, that goes back to the Glenn dog. You know, Toby beat the Conway dog. Okay, Toby beat the Conway dog. But the thing about when Toby beat the Conway dog did something he never did before. You know, and when you see 13, 14, 15 shows with this dog, schoolings, long schoolings, this dog done DOA 2 and 3, and you done seen up like 15 long shows with him. You know, we're not talking about contracted, you know what I'm saying? But you done seen all that. And then all of a sudden you jump on a dog and he don't do none of that. He don't even lay mouth. He laid one mouth and then he back up out that and let Toby do his thing. Something went right with that dog, you know? Something went right with Conway that day. And then the same camp that Toby come from, a little while later, they complaining that Glenn got rubbed by the competition. When the whole time, my opinion, Glenn didn't get rubbed. It backfired on Glenn. Glenn came in with the rub on him. It didn't work on the other dog. It didn't kill the other dog fast enough. The poison got on the other dog. Glenn got the poison and it killed Glenn faster than the other dog. Then it reacted to it didn't kill him. It beat him, made him lose faster than the other dog, made him stop. You know what I'm saying? And then they start screaming, oh, he rubbed. That's because they already knew that rub was in the box because Glenn came in with the rub. But that's not a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's not a fact. I'm just giving you one step to the next step to the next step. When you see Toby, how he won spectacular on a dog that he shouldn't have won like that on. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you see Glenn complaining about rub. You ain't hear nothing about rub in years. You know, we talk that stories and all that, but real dog, man, don't do it. You just have to watch for them gamblers and them brothers who like to cheat. That's why your dogs ain't game, because you're worrying about some liquid to put on that motherfucker. You get you a good dog with a good heart, you know what I'm saying, and some good drive. You don't got to worry about all that frog shit and piss and all that type of stuff and cheating, trying to railroad a brother back then. Because at the end of the day, once you cheat a brother, you go home and you go to sleep, you still know you don't got a bulldog in your backyard. You know you got a way to cheat to get you a few dollars. You know, and that may work out for you till somebody catch on to it. You know, but hey, it just is what it is, man. You know, you just gotta know your dog, man. Know your dog inside out. You know what I'm saying? Know your dog inside out. And you can't, only way you can know if your dog dead game, if you done seen some shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? You can't know he dead game until you see him push to that limit. I ain't talking about he done went 2 hours and he ain't never got put on his back. He just went 2 hours with the dog and he stayed on top half the time. I'm talking about he dead game, exactly what that thing mean. You know what I'm saying? He on the bottom side, but he's still coming. He can barely walk, but he's still coming. We get that dead game thing confused and think, oh, it mean that because he's going 2 hours or this 3 hours or hour and a half. He might go 3 hours, but he might not be dead game. He only going 3 hours because the dog can't push him to that limit. So he not getting him tired enough to stop. So he gonna go 3 hours. He go 4 hours. The dog ain't doing enough to push him to that limit. But you get that one that push him to that limit, he won't go an hour. You be talking about, oh, he dead game in 45 minutes, 30 minutes or something. Then you'll see if he dead game or not. When we done broke him all the way down, you know, and if you picking up a dead game one, only way you picking him up because you getting beat and you know you got a good dog. You know that you done seen a lot out of. You know what I'm saying? If you picking him up and you ain't seen a lot out of him, then I don't think you should be calling them dead game. You know? Dead game means exactly what it says. Dead game. He either gonna be dead if you don't pick him up, or he's still coming. You know? It ain't no he's scratching no long, no 4 hours, and he still got energy. That ain't dead game. He come across on his nubs and stuff like that. That's dead game. Come across on his chest. That's dead game. You know? But hey, man, like I said, different dog men, different dogs. Everybody got a different eye when it comes to that type of stuff. Just trying to give my opinion on it, on, you know, my vision on it. Right here, we got Fletcher. We got Fletcher. Straight walk. Straight Big John, Little John dog. Get the puppy. Yes, sir. Get that right, puppy. Okay. Good boy, Fletcher. This is the last. This dog is off the last litter, bred by the old man himself. Fletcher coming down off Hacksaw. Coming down off Hacksaw. Hacksaw coming down off Buddy and Ronda Rousey. This dog here is a phenomenal dog. Rear-end assassin. Rear-end assassin. He's also gonna be on my stud list. You know, great dog. Should produce some great puppies. As you can see, he's real energetic. Fletcher. I'm working them out right now, getting them ready. He won't stay still, won't stay still. Red Boy Jocko at his finest. And like I said, these dogs are bred by the old man himself. Walker Reds. What's up, puppy? This dog here is on site. I call him what you call an on site dog. Anything he see, it don't make no difference what it is. As you can see, he's looking around for something now. Love people. What's up, Fletcher? Look at Fletcher. Give you a better look at him. What's up, puppy? His mellow yellow little mate brother. This dog will be up for stud. If you don't want to breed to him, you don't have to breed to him. Like I said, one of the last dogs bred by the old man himself. Off the last litter, bred by the old man himself. Look at that physique right there. Look at that physique. Real yellow dog. We don't got no bootleg in this right here. You know, no bootleg in it. Real burn stuff, real Mr. Chavis in this dog. You know. Yes, sir, PBK9s, man. We got Fletcher on deck. And like I said, we producing top quality bulldogs over here, man. Top quality bulldogs. Take pride in your own stock and stop worrying about these pedigrees. Take pride in what you produce and stop worrying about these pedigrees. I think we produce a hell of a fine dog here. 45 pounder, good 45 pounder. But yeah, man, PBK9s, man. About to bring the pups out, so y'all stay tuned. You also asked, a brother also asked, is it or was it wise to sharpen the dog teeth back in the days? My thing on that is, I mean, I call rubbing cheating. I don't call sharpening your teeth cheating. You know, it is getting the edge, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, but anybody who sharpens a dog teeth knows one thing. Once you start messing with the dog teeth, you messing with his enamel on his teeth, and you will make his teeth easier to break in the future. But, you know, some brothers, dog men, the future is not what they're worried about. They're worried about right then, you know. So getting your dog teeth razor sharp, it could help, you know, but it can also backfire on them. Everything that you do to get the edge in them dogs can backfire on you as well. Them sharp ass teeth you get, to be the first teeth that, oh, he got fang. Not even 5 every 2 seconds. Your dog with the sharp ass teeth, jaws get stuck on him. He getting fanged every 2 seconds now. He can't even put no real mouth down because he biting his own jaws because his teeth so damn sharp. You know, he done bit his own jaw and put a hole in his own jaw before he can get to the other dog back in them days. So when you do all that, you know, it's always the pros and the cons to everything when you try to cheat, or not necessarily cheat, or get the edge on somebody with something. Same way with the steroids, you can't call that cheating, but it's getting the edge. The same way you got your pros, you got your cons for it. You know what I'm saying? When it come to natural, you know, you got your pros, and you don't really got no cons when it come to natural. Only cons it is when it come to natural, it's just slower process. Your dog might not be as juiced up, you know what I'm saying, as the other dog is, but if you smart enough and you do enough research, you can find something that's gonna make that dog just as energized, lasting just as long as that dog on them roids, but your shit all natural. If it ain't nothing but fruits, if it ain't nothing but vegetables, if it ain't nothing but super this, super that, whatever you see, the difference is back in the days, it wasn't nothing to research the way it is now. It wasn't the information not here for us to have the way it is now. You know what I'm saying? You got natural stuff, you know, that does just as much for these dogs as far as energy-wise as them steroids do. You know, no doubt, steroids help brothers cheat in every sport it is. It gives them the boost. You know what I'm saying? But when you step to a brother on them roids and you don't demolish him on them roids and he hanging in there with you on them roids, you gonna have a problem. You gonna have a problem. Them roids ain't gonna help you keep on. If you didn't take him out on them roids and that brother going neck to neck with you, toe to toe with you, blow for blow with you, them roids gonna bring you down in a minute. That's when that natural pro gonna kick in. Them pros and them highs for the natural dog. You know what I'm saying? Only thing down for a natural dog when they say, that's why I say you really can't say no cons for a natural dog besides he don't got the energy boost that them dogs on that juice got. But he still can get it. Brothers only feeding kibble, certain proteins, and that's what they're looking for the energy boost from. Forget that. Do some research. Figure out what really takes to get these dogs super, super hyper. Brothers ain't do that research. And some brothers that, like I say, some brothers do things that other brothers ain't gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So while you getting hot and you start to blow up and you worrying about this, and now your dog look like he was 45, and now he in it 30 minutes later, he in there looking like he's 35. All that blowed up weight done gone. You know what I'm saying? All that bloated weight done gone. He looking limp in there. And one thing about them roids, once your dog body start going limp, you got a bad thing coming, buddy. You know, and that's pretty much any dog, you know, once their body start going limp. But them natural dogs, you can shake them back up. Shake them back up. This is my opinion. You know, can't say it's proven fact, just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Now, difference between puppy mill and a breeder. Difference between a puppy mill and a breeder, my opinion is a breeder, you know, not focused on selling puppies. But the thing is, it's gonna be hard to distinguish the two from the outside, a person looking in from the outside. It's gonna be hard for you to distinguish because of the fact of the matter is, a breeder have to sell puppies. You can't just breed and breed and breed and breed forever without selling puppies. You can't just take care of dogs forever without making no money to feed the dogs. You know what I'm saying? So everybody gotta sell dogs, no matter who it is. But then you got these brothers who just get dogs, stack dogs up just to sell puppies. That's what you call your puppy mills. They're not focused on pedigrees. They focus on pedigrees, yeah, the one that's selling. They're not focused on building up a family of dogs for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Being known for one family of dogs. They're not focused on that. They focus on this blood, this dog, that dog, this dog. None of these dogs got a purpose. None of these dogs is winners. You know what I'm saying? They got winning pedigrees, but they ain't making no noise. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers, you know, they just breeding. And you see they got 30 and 40 different studs on the yard. You know what I'm saying? Puppies every week. Nobody talking good about the dogs. You know what I'm saying? They don't look worth a damn. You know, it's certain things that distinguish a breeder and a puppy mill. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers who got a yard full of dogs with nice pedigrees, and he's selling the hell out of them, and he don't know nothing about none of the pedigrees either the dogs got. Ask him about the dogs in the pedigree. He don't know nothing about them. You can tell him more about them pedigrees than he can tell you about them, and he's selling you the dog. That's a peddler for you. You know what I'm saying? Young, old, medium age, it don't make no difference. That's a peddler for you. Breeders take pride in their stock. You know what I'm saying? Breeders think about the future. Can I keep maintaining my stock? Can I maintain my dog game, selling dogs out here to people if I'm giving them bullshit, if I'm breeding bullshit? A breeder don't want bullshit on because he's trying to keep it for himself. So he don't want to breed that. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. It can be Shih Tzus, Doberman Pinschers, Rottweilers, anything. You know, a breeder gonna breed the best quality dogs because he's not worried about selling them. He knows he's gonna sell them. He's not worried about selling them though. You know? And then again, you know, a lot of brothers are beg to differ because they'll feel like, oh, they're a breeder because they got a lot of dogs or this or that. Listen, man. One thing about it, that's another thing, you know, between the puppy mill and the breeder. Everybody gonna have their own little thing they say different. Some of the brothers who some might consider puppy mills, they have their reason for this, or they'll say they're breeders, that these brothers ain't on their level, or, you know, everybody have their excuse for why they doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta fall in where you feel like you fall in at, or what area you feel like you fall in when it comes to puppy mill and breeders. You know what I'm saying? All right, now I'm gonna jump into some more news because I want to tell y'all about how a dog helps an officer save his owner that fell in the ice. You know, the dog and his owner was out there, and the officer came up and the dog helped the officer save his owner. So we're gonna get into that. But first, we're gonna talk about, when does animal cruelty turn into dog fighting? When does animal cruelty turn into dog fighting? Because you look at a lot of people across this board, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people across this country, the only thing that made their charge different than the next man charge who got pit bull fighting was the breed of the dog. Both dogs looked the same. Both dogs were skinny as hell. You know what I'm saying? These were pit bulls. These were mixed breed dogs. They look like collies, Lassie type mixed breed, Australian Shepherd type looking dogs or something like that. German Shepherd looking mixed breed dogs and stuff. Skinny as hell. You can see the backbones, the ribs and everything. You know what I'm saying? But with these pit bulls, you're liable to have dog fighting charges as well. But my question is, you know, or rather a brother question was, when, you know, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? When does animal cruelty turn into dog fighting? Does a couple of breaking sticks make animal cruelty turn into dog fighting? Does a couple of magazines make animal cruelty turn into dog fighting? A couple of books, you know what I'm saying? You know, pedigrees. What makes animal cruelty turn into dog fighting outside of scarred up dogs? We all know certain scars on dogs, you know, bring the dog fighting situation to the head or whatever. But we all know as well that you can't base every scar on American Pit Bull and say it came from an actual dog fight, that man actually put that dog in. Yes, it could have came from a dog fight, but an accidental dog fight somewhere or another throughout his life. That scar didn't heal up all the way, and it's still there. It may be healed up to the regular eye, but when you start doing what a lot of these vets do, rubbing all around the dog, pulling the hair back, doing all, you find scars that may not would have healed, going to heal all the way up far as the scar. Same way we get scars when we get cut. You know, we don't heal up all the way when we get stitches and different things in different areas. We still have them cuts and stuff, you know, so it just is what it is, man. You just see it around the board. Like, the only thing that really distinguishes the two, you don't have pits and you know you got skinny dogs and you cruelty to animals, it's just cruelty to animals. But if they pit bulls and you got a book or you got some type of paraphernalia for dog fighting, then they're going to add all that other stuff in without you even being involved in it, without you even being involved with the dog fighting stuff, period. You know, it just is what it is, man. You know, and one thing about it, yo, before I get into this thing when we talking about the officer getting help from the dog, you know, I can care less what the swamps say about me. at the end of the day, because I'm what you ain't used to when it comes to these dogs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit you used to, I'm what you ain't used to when it comes to these dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it just is what it is. I'm doing my thing. Like I said, I played with the swamps for many months. I gave y'all fun for many months. I'm focusing on what I got to do now with my dogs, my training, my videos, my breakdowns, my pedigrees, my stories, however I got to do it. I got all kind of stuff I'm working on, you know, when it comes to my channel outside of this type of thing, this type of interview right here or a live interview. You know what I'm saying? All type of things, you know what I'm saying? You know, we just going to keep this thing going like I always say, man. Keep this thing going. And for every dog man out there, any dog man doing a YouTube or any type of social media, or even if you ain't on that, you know, F the swamps. Fuck the swamps. You know what I'm saying? Swamps ain't gonna do shit but hate on you. You know what I'm saying? Hate on you. You know, hey, let's talk about the pedigree of this dog game. We always talk about pedigrees, right? We always talk about pedigrees. Let's talk about the pedigrees of this dog game. We got the sire, hate. The sire is grand champion, hate. And we got the dam, which is champion, jealousy. You know what I'm saying? You got hate that bred the champion, jealousy. And that's all you got for the modern day dog game. When you worry about pedigrees. The pedigree to that dog, all right, but the pedigree to that dog man ain't shit. You know, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get into this video right here. We got dog helps officer save his owner out on the ice. You know what I'm saying? We got the actual footage. Y'all check it out. PBK9s, how I'll give it to you. We got more news, more dog talk. We're gonna keep this thing going after this video. So y'all check it out. Hey, let's get into it, man.
Carrier Officer Cameron Bennett is dry and warm today. A far cry from the situation he found himself in yesterday.
I was on general patrol and tones came out, an alert came out over the central dispatch, put out a transmission of a water rescue, ice rescue for somebody that fell through the ice, still in the water, could not get out.
That somebody was a 65-year-old man who plunged through the spongy ice on Arbutus Lake.
When somebody's bobbing in the water and somebody's in the water, you may have 3 seconds or you may have 3 minutes. You don't know. So first thing I did was grab the rescue disc and try to get out there as fast as I could.
Racing from his patrol car and out on that same ice that had already proven a little too thin.
As I made my way out, loud verbal commands trying to let him know, here, I'm coming, I'm here. Where did you come in at? So I could know your path, so I didn't go right down the same path he did.
Armed with the only rescue equipment he had, an open water rescue disc, he got as close as he could.
I get to basically the point to where I have deemed it, I can't go any further. For my safety, obviously, we can't create 2 victims. So I told him, I'm going to throw this rescue disc, try to get it, do the best you can. Had a great deployment on the rescue disc, landed right in front of him, but it just wasn't enough. It was about 5 to 10 feet in front of him.
Not close enough. In a moment when minutes matter, Cameron Bennett took a second to think.
You know, the instinct kicked in of, okay, I've used my tools. What else do I have? The only tool I had was a dog.
Yep, turns out the man in the water had a dog named Ruby with him. A very good dog named Ruby.
I said, hey, you know, will she listen to me? Will she take verbal commands from me? And I'm pretty sure he said yes. I asked her what her name was. He said Ruby. And the second I said Ruby, here she came.
Officer Bennett's highly trained, but nowhere in trooper school did they address what to do next.
She comes up to me, and when I grab her collar, she sits down and looks at me, and the whole demeanor changed. It was time to go to work. Hooked it right to her collar, and she knew exactly what to do. At first, you could kind of see her like stumble, like what's going on with this thing, but after that, she knew exactly what to do. She went right to her owner. After talking with him later, he said that she just basically jumped right on top of him, said, here it is, do what you got to do.
Ruby delivered the disc attached to a rope to her owner, and Officer Bennett started pulling.
He did absolutely fantastic. He heard every command I gave him. He executed every command I gave him, kicked his feet, brought his feet up, one good pull, and he popped right back up onto the ice.
16 minutes in the water easily could have been the last 16 minutes of a life, but weren't, thanks to the resourceful thinking of a state policeman and a dog named Ruby.
At the end of the day, who knows who saved the life? At the end of the day, who cares? All that matters is they're here.
Now, how many of my brothers and sisters got dogs out there that feel like if you got in some type of trouble, it didn't necessarily have to be the ice, but your dog won't come to the rescue as that dog did. You know what I'm saying? We can have dogs doing this, dogs doing that. They'll beat this, they'll beat that. But at the end of the day, will it help you? How much do your life mean to that dog? See, it's different kinds of dogs out here. We celebrate these dogs because they can go out here and do this and they can go do this. But at the end of the day, when your life on the line, what that dog gonna do? Sit there and look at you stupid, right? But you'll say, oh, that dog ain't meant for that. There's a lot of dogs that ain't meant for that, but they know how to read what's going on to the situation and they react to a certain situation. We call these dogs mutts and we call these dogs this and we call these dogs that at the end of the day. But these dogs show, I tell you what, you think that man rather have that dog that saved his life or a dog with a pretty ass pedigree? You know what I'm saying? Pretty pedigree. A pedigrees don't mean nothing, half the damn time. Pedigrees don't mean nothing half the time. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, great to have dogs. And there's a lot of brothers out there with dogs that will save them. A lot of brothers who got dogs that don't know that they'll save them and they probably will go save them. You might fall in the water, anything, your dog will come out there and help you. Or it could be an animal or something coming and try to attack you. A bear or something, your dog gonna help you. He might not normally go chase the bear, but if you in a certain situation, your dogs know how to, a dog will protect his owner, if they got, any type of sense. You know what I'm saying? It pays to have a dog, that's gonna look out for the owner. But now this next video, I want y'all to check this out. I really seen something, and this is why I do my videos, and this what type of stuff I be talking about in my videos, what kind of awareness I be trying to bring to the breed on my videos. Y'all check this out. We got a Compton man. Compton man mauled by his own dogs in the backyard. His own dogs took his life in the backyard. Pit bulls. You look at this video, and we're gonna talk about it when we done. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it when we're done. Pit bulls maul Compton man to death. His own dogs in the backyard. Check this out.
Now to Compton, where a man was found dead in his backyard, apparently mauled to death by his dogs. NBC4's Ted Chen joins us live from the sheriff's station with new details about the man killed and what officials found at the home. Ted.
Annabelle, authorities say this man bred and sold pit bulls. He had 5 adult pit bulls and 8 puppies, ages 4 to 6 months old. And apparently last night, some of those dogs turned on their owner. The Sheriff's Department says the fate of the dogs will be up to LA County Animal Care and Control, whose officers took the dogs into custody this morning. Sheriff's officials say there were 13 of them in the house. Animal Care and Control officials say the dogs were pit bulls and pit bull mixes, and their owner was apparently breeding them and selling them.
It's scary. It's absolutely scary because, I have a 7-year-old and we were not aware of this.
Sheriff's officials say the man lived at the house alone and kept the dogs in kennels. They say a friend came to his house last night after being unable to reach him and discovered the friend dead.
Our victim was in the backyard apparently feeding them. It sounds like they attacked him and ultimately he succumbed to his injuries. Paramedics arrived on scene and ultimately pronounced the victim deceased.
A man who says he trains and rescues pit bulls came to the scene to learn more about what happened. He says the tragedy is a warning to all who care for animals.
When we have situations like this with dogs mauling people, it sucks that it brings awareness like that from a death, but I hope that awareness is spread that people need to take better care of their dogs. People need to understand that these dogs can kill somebody and hurt people.
The LA County Department of Animal Care and Control says the father of the man signed over custody of the dogs to the county. They will now be examined and their fate determined. Reporting live from Compton, Ted Chen, NBC4 News. Kathy and Annabelle, back to you.
Now, see, this the stuff that I be talking about right here. This the stuff I be talking about. You seen that video we just looked at. I could be mistaken, but I ain't see one damn pit bull in the video. We see blues. We see some type of tricolor dogs. What I did see, because I know how to, I seen a mixed breed what seems to be a Presa Canary, pit bull, or either a full-blooded Presa Canary, cane corso type dog over there, that black dog is walking all around. Them dogs is not pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? Them dogs not pit bulls. You know? The black dog, none of them dogs I seen in that video was pit bulls. But pit bulls taking the blame for the situation. You know what I'm saying? They taking the blame for the situation. You know, and that's what I be talking about. You know, we get these dogs a badass rep, bad name from dogs that ain't nowhere kin to these dogs. Only thing brothers do bad with these pit bulls is they fight them. Other than that, these are not the dogs attacking people and going out here and biting people and killing people and chasing people down or none of that type of stuff. Those aren't the dogs that do that. The pit bulls are only bad thing about pit bulls. Brothers break the law when they go fight them. They'll make the dogs that you see getting banned out the UK, that you see getting banned from Florida or getting banned from this or banned from that. It's these bully breed dogs. You know what I'm saying? Them dogs, they have different temperaments, uncontrollable temperaments. The bully breed, in general, temperament is not mastered yet. The bully breed is not the nanny dog. The American Pit Bull is the nanny dog, a dog that been through years, 100 years of breeding. Brothers knew what them dogs was doing. You know, they had many years of breeding them dogs. The temperament was there. These dogs, these bully dogs and these XLs and small ones and different ones and these crossbreeds and these band dogs and all the other stuff, they don't got 20 years in the game. You might have had yours for 20, but the breed wasn't established for no 20-some years, is what I mean. You know, and when they establish it, they only worrying about looks. They're not worrying about the temperament of these dogs. Some of them flip crazy. They breeding them with different kind of dogs and they getting different temperaments and attitudes, whether they breeding with the pit bull and going up to a bulldog, trying to create a bigger dog. However they doing it, you know, they was never focused on the temperament. They always focused on looking at the dogs. That's why the average pit bull that fight won't bite a person. Because they focus, when them brothers started them breedings off, they put a foundation down, you know, for how them dogs should be bred and how they should be acting. With these other dogs, they don't got no how these dogs should be acting. With these Presa Canaries, the cane corsos, the band dogs, the mixed breed pits, all them dogs like that, they don't know how they gonna act. They ain't had them in the system long enough. You know, like I said, like I always say, they ain't worked out the kinks on them dogs. And in that last video, I didn't see no pit bulls in the video, but all they screaming on the video was pit bull, mauling, mauling, mauling. Now that's the kind of awareness PBK9's channel bring to this thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I bring to this thing. Is you scared to voice your opinion about something that matters when it ain't a dog sale involved. See, everything, when you get likes and views and shakes or whatever, how you get it, it ain't gonna be a dog sale involved. Is you scared to voice your opinion then, or when you get shut mouth? But hey, you know, it just is what it is, man. You know, we look right at that video and we seen none of them dogs was pit bulls. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm out here at Mellow Yellow too. What's up, puppy? What's up, puppy? It's our first time really on a leash. What's up, puppy? Good girl. Good puppy. This is JD Hall and Mellow Yellow. Good job, puppy. Good girl. Real active dog, little puppy, rather. Think this was a good breeding right here. Act real good. Puppy. Red Boy Jocko and Bolio right here. Red Boy Jocko, Bolio. They should be 3 months old. On the March the 1st, should be 3 months. No? They was born December 1st, so January the 1st, there was 1 month. February the 1st, there was 2 months. Yeah, March 1st, there'll be 3 months. Puppy, puppy. Good girl. Real active pup right here. Should be a good sized female. Male of yellow 2. Male of yellow 2 right here. All right, I'm gonna bring Fletcher puppy out, which would be Fletcher puppy is velvet ears. I'm about to bring velvet ears out. Puppy, and this is velvet ears. Get the puppy, get the puppy, get the velvet, with the puppy. Velvet ears is off Fletcher. With the puppy. Good girl. Red boy Jocko Bolio. She was a singleton puppy. Good girl. Good to the puppy. Good to the puppy, puppy. Good girl. Cup, cup. Get the puppy. Good active puppy. This is Mel Yellow niece. Red boy Jocko Bolio. Taking her back to her father. Taking her back to her father. I'm gonna take Mellow Yellow 2 back to Fletcher as well, which will be her uncle. Like I say, this velvet is. She's 2 months old. Not quite 2 months, I don't think. She'll be 2 months on. She's about 2 weeks younger than Mellow Yellow. Mellow Yellow 2. Puppy. Puppy. She's been doing this since she was couldn't even eat no dog food. She's a puppy. He's a puppy. He's a puppy. All of them are flirt pole. I believe in starting them out real young on flirt poling. That way you don't have to worry about it when they get grown. And then stuff like this, you play with their teeth while they're young so they can bite and get them young baby teeth broken out the right way. And they adult teeth come in shaped right and everything. They'll be good and strong when they come in. You'll notice your dog want to bite on stuff when he start teething a lot too. But yeah, man, PBK9s, man, y'all enjoy the rest of the show. Now I want to show y'all brothers, y'all sit back for a few seconds and check this video out. This me and Marino when he was 3 months old. You know what I'm saying? Bear with the video, you know, because I recorded it off of another old video, but check it out. Me and Marino at 3 months old, which Marino going on 5 years old now. So y'all check it out. Now, I want to send a big shout out to all my dog lovers, all my dog channels out there that's rocking with the Bay. You know what I'm saying? That keep up with the Bay. Big thanks, big salute to all y'all brothers. Y'all keep doing y'all things. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about this. You know, imagine someone telling you, you know what I'm saying, how to conduct yourself in the streets, right? Imagine somebody telling you how to conduct yourself in the streets when they never stepped 1 foot in the streets a day in their life. You know what I'm saying? Not one day in their life. How crazy would that be when they telling you, oh, do this, do that, move like this. Oh, you see this? You know, how crazy would that be? Now imagine them telling you how to race a horse. Somebody sent back saying, yo, race horses like this. This is about, and they trying to tell you everything about race horses, but they never been around a horse. They don't never been on a horse, let alone raced one. But they explaining and telling you how to race yours and do whatever with yours. You know, how could that even be? You know, how could it be? Now, imagine somebody telling me how to write a novel or how to format a novel or write a fiction story, and they can't read, they can't write, and they ain't never wrote a story, never wrote a book, no none of that type of stuff. And they trying to tell me how to format all that type, format a novel or a fiction book or whatever, or a play or a movie script or whatever, and they don't have no experience in that, and they trying to tell me how to do it. I'm looking at you like you stupid. You know what I'm saying? Only this dog game where brothers feed off energy, dead end energy, what I'm gonna call it. Dead end energy that it can't take you nowhere. Or it can take you somewhere, you know, but a dead end. No, not too much further. You know what I'm saying? Not too much further. Now, I ain't gonna stay on that part too long, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like most brothers agree with me. You ain't gonna take if you know I don't got no kind of knowledge on this particular situation, you not about to take me giving you knowledge to run off and do anything with, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you know I don't know nothing about cars, and I just get up here and start telling you how to fix a radiator, and you know I don't know nothing about cars, you're gonna let it go in one ear and out the other. You know? It just is what it is. Most people gonna think like that, but you do have folk who will know that I have no experience in this particular field at all. And let me give you all the knowledge in the world on a field I have no experience on. And you run out there like you just read, you know, a holy book or something. There's some brothers like that. But you gotta learn, man. You know, brothers and sisters gotta learn to distinguish who they getting their info from or what kind of individual they getting their info from. When it comes to adding it to your program or when it comes to adding it to your knowledge with them dogs that you got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, man, it just is what it is. It go that way. It's like, how can I tell you how to play golf if I never picked up a golf club? I never been out on the course. You know, I don't know about the 18, the 9 and the 18 holes. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you nothing about a birdie, about an eagle, no nothing, because I don't know nothing. I can't tell you about the rough and the greens, because you never been on the golf course. So I'm not gonna take no advice from you. You know, you just somebody to talk to when it comes to, you know, when we're talking about this. But I'm not gonna take no advice from you because I know you don't have no advice to give me because you don't have no experience in that field. And that's all it is to it, man. You know what I'm saying? All it is to it. Like I say, the modern dog game is forget the dog's pedigree. The modern dog game pedigree is the sire, grand champion hate, like I say, and the dam is champion jealousy. Big shout out to City Boy Kennel, Samurai Kennel, Fat Bill, Going Hard, Triple J, Dog Man TV, Home of the Nanny Dogs. All the channels, like I said before, man, is trying to make it the right way in this dog game. Now, I do want y'all to look at this quick video right here. This is a dog I used to have named Ruger back in the days. My homeboys them got him. You know, Big Willie them boys, they call him Nas now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have him. He left my yard at that same. Actually, I got him from Woolley, kept him for about 2 months, and then them boys got him back from me. You know what I'm saying? And great dog now. But I want y'all to check out this picture, because I was just going through some of my old videos and I found something that I didn't even know I had. But this is a dog now. This is probably about 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around that area. I ain't sure exactly how old he is. One of them brothers can tell you. You know, formerly known as Rugal on my yard. Nobody else knew him as that. That was only his little puppy name for about 2 or 3 weeks. Them boys got him. They called him Nas. But here you go. Check it out. Oh, and this dog here is coming down off one of Crazy Eyes. Let me see. Nitro. It's Nitro Jr. on the top. So that would have been Crazy Eyes would have been his granddaddy on the top. And I think it was Boomer on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Boomer in the middle, Crazy Eyes on top, Boomer in the middle, and some more of that stuff, that Crazy Eyes stuff on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? But y'all check this out. Lil Ruger, a.k.a. Nas. Now, we do got a little bit of news left. You know, we got a 12-year-old rescue dog that saves his family from a house fire. You know what I'm saying? That part of that was caught on a ring camera. So I ain't going to talk too much about that. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let them folk tell their story.
In Coventry, forced from their home when they say a car set off a fire that spread through their home Tuesday during the storm. And tonight, they are crediting their dog here with saving their lives.
Part of the chaos was actually caught on a Ring camera. The night team's Molly Levine is live where it happened. Molly?
Yeah, Dan and Patrice, what you see behind me is what's left of this home here in Coventry tonight. The family tells me that they were just sitting in the living room on the couch this snow day trying to figure out what activities they were going to do when their 12-year-old rescue dog began barking.
We'll be giving our dog treats for the rest of her life.
The Mayali family crediting the dog they rescued from the streets years ago, now rescuing them from their burning home Tuesday. As they were planning their snow day activities, the day took a turn.
The dog started to bark in an insane way, and that caused my husband to get up.
Their Coventry home up in flames. Fire officials say it started from her 2023 Kia Sorento, the electric car parked in a carport. The fire quickly spread to their home.
I have the dog. I called 911. My daughter put her sneakers on, and we both went out the back.
Running to a neighbor's house for safety.
Oh my God. Come here. Riley, Tonks, get inside. Come in.
Thankfully, the family and their pets made it out safely and are thanking firefighters for their quick response. But all of their belongings...
We lost absolutely everything.
Gone, including things that cannot be replaced, like family photos and heirlooms.
On one hand, you just say, wow, how lucky are we that we rescued this perfect puppy, is what saved our life. And then absolute devastation, knowing that my grandmother's Afghan, things that my daughter made when she was younger, is gone.
The family is staying in a hotel for now.
A hotel room without an oven. I'm Italian. I like to cook, so this is very strange.
But a GoFundMe is set up to support them financially with next steps as they try to put the tragedy of losing their home behind them.
In your hotel room and you're around your family and you can hug your daughter and hug your hero dog and look at your husband, it's okay. But when you visually see it, it's awful.
The link to that GoFundMe is on our website, turnto10.com. Live from Coventry, Molly Levine, NBC 10 News Night Team.
Now, I ain't gonna hold y'all here too long, man. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me, checking the video out, tuning in, down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't forget to hit that like button up. Y'all don't forget to stay legal out there. PBK9's giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some gonna like it, some ain't. Y'all stay safe, and I'm out.